happen if I took away your phone, cut off your internet, and took away your TV? Would you be angry? Would you start to shake if you couldn't text, binge, or download? Well, on today's Virtually Rick, perhaps it's time you tried dopamine fasting. But what the heck is that? Well, come with me. Let's get virtual. And first up, dopamine. It's a neurotransmitter that's a bit like a messenger in your brain. It encourages you to do things. It gives you rewards. It's sort of like anticipation. So then, imagine a giant, delicious piece of cake. The very thought of it means that our brain has a clue a reward is coming and starts to get rather excited. And because a reward is coming, we get a zap of dopamine. And when you stick the cake in your mouth, you get another zap of dopamine as well. Weirdly, the same thing happens when we get a ton of likes on social media. And it's not just that, it's also the same with things like highly addictive drugs. Now, the downside is that more and more hits that our brain get, it means that the receptors that respond to dopamine will change over time, which explains why when people are addicted to something, they need more and more of it just to get the same amount of zaps. But for the rest of us, we're addicted to something slightly more pedestrian. Maybe our phones or exciting new technology. Unboxing it is really exciting, right? Well, the average adult American spends 4.5 hours on the internet a day, plus the exciting pings and dings on our phone. Oh, who's messaging us? Someone famous, our lover, a cat picture, meow. Plus the fact that giant corporations are all begging us to binge them. Even Netflix's CEO has said that their single biggest competition is sleep. They're actively making products that target our dopamine delivery system. So the latest trendy trend from those oh-so-cool NorCal silicon types is to fast from all this zapping. The idea is that overdoing the dopamine reduces our enjoyment of more basic things like taking a walk in nature or even enjoying a simple meal. So dopamine fasting aims to replace that by spending a day or so reducing our connection and interaction with all things electronic or behaviors that we have that overexcite us. It's essentially a way to cut out cravings and addictions and restore our enjoyment of the simple life by switching off our phones just for a little bit. However, scientists agree that basically you can't cut yourself off from dopamine because that would probably be fatal and actually impossible. Just being proud of fasting for a day would actually release dopamine anyway, as a reward. So it's a bit of a moot point. In a nutshell, dopamine fasting is more like something they've been using in cognitive behavioral therapy for years, called stimulus control, or the even older Vipassana meditation practice, just with a new name. And the guys prescribing it aren't saying you have to cut back on everything. It's merely more about a new way of being mindful and learning to rein in your love affair with all things digital or overstimulating. Because let's face it, how many sunsets and sunrises have you missed because you were watching a TV show, checking your Facebook, or posting on Instagram? Not so dope now, is it?